Financial Wellness. Reach out to them for advice at 855-DON-GINO. And now back to your hosts, Don Getling and Gino Franti.
I'll give you some great strategies right now because just so you know, the market has shifted out here in Santa Clarita, and these are up-to-date numbers, not the numbers you're going to see in 2 months that are out of date and then you just missed the boat because you didn't realize that the market shifted. But inventory is down a ton, meaning it's going down daily, which means the market has shifted. It's the amount of sales that we're looking at for March versus February. It looks like it's going to be up 25 to 35% probably. You think, Paul?
As far as an increase?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm projecting based on the numbers for the first 2 weeks.
Okay, so based on that, we're going to reiterate one more time some of the strategies you're going to need because now if you go find a home of your dreams, and by the way, if you're looking on Redfin, Zillows, and all that stuff, just so you know, that's a marketing company. It's not a real estate company. They have to purchase those listings. They don't have all the listings, and they're selling you something. If you need to, you can always reach out to Paul or I. We use the same system. We have a home buyer scatter report. It doesn't send you a thing. In fact, you can pull up the app right now. There's an app that you can pull up. It's Home Buyer Scouting Report. Home Buyer Scouting Report. Use Don and Gino, and DONANDGINO is the VIP code, and we'll help you find a home with Paul because Paul is the man. He'll walk you through every step of the way, and that way nobody's selling you anything. Because that's what Zillow does. Zillow goes out there and sells all your information to other marketing companies.
Yeah, they take our listings and profit from them.
How about that? They become your competitor. That's not right. So make sure you reach out to us. So now because there's a lack of inventory, you find that home of your dreams. You know, the problem is if you finally found that one in that track where you want, or that school district you want, or the size you want, or the pool you want, chances are, what do you think, Paul? 3 or 4 others probably did too?
Most likely, yes.
How long did your last listing stay on the market?
7 days.
Multiple offers?
With multiple offers, and we sold it for almost full price.
There you go. So what that means is you need a strategy to handle the heated market. So we were talking right before the break about the importance of working with a local respected professional that's been out here in Santa Clarita Valley that's accountable, meaning when you see somebody on the other end of the offer on one of your listings putting in an offer and you know that agent, that helps, right?
Oh, it helps 100%, yeah. I get offers all the time from agents outside of this valley that I don't know, never heard of, don't have any knowledge of them. And if I have an offer from someone that's in this community, especially someone that's in my networking organization, which is 65 agents from all the top companies.
You're talking about CMA.
CMA. Yeah. You have a trust built between agents, and I love getting offers from CMA agents. Okay,
I want to clarify because it may. I've heard this before. Well, that's not fair to the seller, is it? Okay, there's something, it might be, let's just say, maybe the offer comes from somebody you know and respect and trust, and there's an offer from someone that you don't have a clue who they are. They're out of the area agent, out of the area lender, or an internet lender, even worse, and their offer is $2,000 less. And you go, well, that's not fair to the seller. But what happens if the deal doesn't go through?
Well, you end up with nothing. You're starting over.
So that $2,000 means nothing at all, right?
No, you have to look at the whole offer package. It's not just who the agent is. That helps. That's a plus. But you have to look at all the aspects of the offer, all the terms and conditions. It's not just price alone. There's a huge difference between a cash offer and a financed offer. There's a huge difference between a 25, 30% down conventional loan and a 3.5% FHA.
Well, unless you know the lender, I bet you that makes a difference because if they close their deals all the time, you probably don't even.
If I know the lender, and oftentimes I have, if I'm the listing agent, I'll have my buyers double app with Skyline Home Loans because it gives me more comfort knowing that it's had a second set of eyes look at it.
Well, it's nice, Paul, is that you take that effort. A lot of agents don't want to even bother. It's a hassle to go ask them, but it's really not like you don't get we don't pay you a dime in any way, shape, or form. Our job is to be a great extension of your great service. But what's nice is I don't know how many times we've come up with other options that they didn't even know were available.
Oh, absolutely. And I don't know how many times I've had to move a loan from another lender to Skyline because the other lender couldn't do the loan.
Wait, aren't they all? Don't they all just go through, go online? It's all clean, and
No.
all the information they have is perfect.
No, a lot of the big name lenders, like the banks, they have their own loan programs. They don't have other, all the loan programs. They're wanting to cherry pick, and if it doesn't meet all of their hoops and bells and whistles, then they don't want to do the loan.
And that's a good point. I rarely bring that up, the importance of working with someone who's a direct lender and has multiple options. We go to multiple banks, multiple investors, so therefore if you don't fit in this exact box, we'll move you to another box. But we also can shop for you and find you the best options. And working with you, we just make sure that you get the home of your dreams and you're not settling.
No, and the thing I love about working with Skyline is once you say you can do the loan, because you do all your research up front, not at the end, I know that it's going to happen. I don't have to lose sleep at nights worrying about, the loan being approved.
And none of us do. It's nice. Same thing with working with you. Okay, let's touch on, we got about 2.5 minutes here. We'll just start touching on, okay, say there's a lot of move-down buyers right now, buyers that are selling their home, now the price has gone back and they're downsizing.
Yeah, one of the big things most people aren't aware of is there's a couple of propositions, Proposition 60 and Proposition 90. Proposition 60 is for people doing a transfer within Los Angeles County. Proposition 90 is other counties outside of Los Angeles County. They both work the same, just a different name depending on where you're transferring. But essentially, if you have a low tax base in a high-end home and you're selling and buying something smaller, even though you may have had a real low price in the initial acquisition of the expensive home, and you have a low tax base because of the low acquisition cost.
Right.
Now, if you're downsizing, you don't have to pay the high taxes on the property you're downsizing to. You can transfer that tax base, that low tax base, to the new home.
See, you're teasing them. We got about a minute left here. So why don't we give a couple examples when we come back of how we can possibly save. And I love that you brought this up, Paul, because you did this research on your own, buddy. That's pretty cool. Meaning there are ways that a lending company or a real estate company probably wouldn't even bother to look this up, but there is a way for you to potentially save hundreds of dollars per month or thousands of dollars per year by utilizing one of these propositions, right, Paul?
Oh, absolutely. And the only qualification is you have to be, either you or your spouse that lives with you has to be 55 years of age or older, and the replacement property has to be equal or lesser value than the home you're selling.
All right, I love it. I love it. So thanks for bringing that up. So we're going to go into Prop 60, Prop 90, a good way to downsize and keep your payment lower. You might even, with rates being so low, you might not even change your payment. Who knows? It might be an amazing thing, especially with the way values have gone up. And then we're going to dive in a little bit of investments. If you were to put your money where your mouth is and choose between stocks, IRAs, savings, and real estate, Paul's got some really interesting numbers you have to see. I mean, we're talking, once you hear these numbers, you go, oh my gosh, they don't even compare. So don't go away. We'll be right back with Don Getley and Paul Dinkel with RE/MAX to give you more great information. Our final segment of the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. We'll be right back.